and welcome to another Forge Alliance Server cast. I'll be your host, Waffle, and today we're looking at a game between Funk Off and Squiggles on Syrtis Major. There's been quite a few good games on this map, specifically because of just the size and the caliber of players that typically play ladder. This map makes it very difficult to overwhelm with Tech 1 spam, which is why it is a great map for looking at longer games, interesting games, and such. Goff going with a very early air factory play. And we're going 3 P-gens. 2 mixes up on the ledge. Meanwhile, Squiggles will just be taking what looks like 4 P-gens, 2 mixes, and then going up on the ledge. So an extra P-gen for him. Early scout off for Squiggles. Possibly looking for an early bomber. Or just raids coming in through the side. If you want an early bomber, you'd probably want one positioned about here and about here. Or probably around here. Because that's really the 2 angles of attack. You either come around, or you go around like this because of this Tech 2 flank in the middle. Coming out is a Mantis. Looks like Squiggles going pretty standard, going up to the top, getting the Hydro. No real early airplay. Second air after first air for Funkoff. Actually, this is going to be a third air. He's got the factory on the ledge. So Galactic War has been coming along quite nicely. If you haven't checked it out, there are alpha versions of the lobby on the forums. I recommend you test them out. See if you have any problems. It's not playable, but it's always good to make sure there are any bugs are evened out before the full release, which, if everything goes well, is reported to start on May 1st. Fingers crossed. Looks like Squiggles will just be starting more land factories, and will eventually make his way to the middle. Squiggles being a little faster on the expanding. I'll give him that. He's got this NG already getting those massive characters before this NG even arrives. So interesting, very defensive Manti. Will get scouted though. 2 inties out. Slightly later air for Squiggles. Made some Tech 1 flak, anticipating a bomber, but there will be no bomber. Actually, the bomber now comes out. Definitely looking to kill this engineer. Goes also faster on starting the Tech 1 spam. He's got way more build capacity up there than Funkoff does. Funkoff working on his second factory on the ledge, whereas Squiggles is working on his 4th. And Squiggles is also faster to get artillery in place to breach this. Looks like Squiggles will get a factory, possibly just to produce artillery. Yep. Artillery to the middle, always very nice. Bomber coming out, no kills so far. And it looks like an Inti will come out. Bomb comes off, does not dodge, and will go. And the NG will go down. Inti cleans it up nicely though. That will be in turn cleaned up by more units. Artillery getting in position but from Funkoff, but minute 6 and Squiggles is already moving in. Funkoff's build has been a lot slower. He's a lot less power. But he's power stalling. He's getting a really fast gun. No, he's getting factories. So way too little power in this build for Funkoff. This will allow Squiggles to get power. He's got the artillery to assist him in destroying this quickly. And it looks like Squiggles has successfully denied this expansion. Killed the NG, but Funkoff looking to clean it up. And 3 mobile AAs ready to defend against bombers. It looks like Squiggles will get all of the mass for himself. Is a decent amount of reclaim, 22,700, and he's just gonna waste it. Waste most of it anyway. So it's nice if you can work in a mass storage or 2 into your build. That way you don't waste all the mass, or just realize that your opponent is not going to come and kill you. So pause, select your ACU, press S to stop them from building, from reclaiming, and then reclaim once you've used the mass. But of course, if you know your enemy's probably going to pick up that reclaim, you definitely don't want to do that. It's better than for no one to have it than for your enemy to have it. And Squiggle's just gonna go ahead, point defense to secure the expansion. And Squiggles managed to get some nice Manti all the way in the back of the base. About 10 kills between these guys, and more things will go down from Funkoff. Funkoff, still behind on the power. He's doing okay. No ACU upgrades, but Tech 2 land now out. Probably wants to get Tech 2 power. Hoplites, probably with stealth. And Funkoff is not allowed to secure this expansion. He's continually getting denied by Squiggle's spamment. Oh, Squiggle's retreating his ACU against when his force decides to pull through. Not the best idea. Inti's now out. Air spam definitely in the hands of Funkoff. He's putting more build capacity on that. A whole 50% more. For instance, will deny this, but there is a hoplite. Hoplite can take out the point defense quite easily. Funkoff is now in a position to run through and kill the capacity of Squiggles. There isn't many units here. I don't know if he can push through. Well, there's a simultaneous push by Squiggles. This is quite a desperate all-in push. Doing a lot of damage. He killed most of the reclaiming engineers. Forces are now trickling in from Squiggles, right off the pad. Forces pushing in. Looks like the ACU is being brought back. And Squiggles just has enough. You know, Funkoff having to deal with all of this stuff. There's a lot of build capacity, emergency point defense being slightly useless. Looks like Funkoff will lose a few factories and a few engineers. What Squiggles needs to do is make sure he can kill the power. It's the most important thing to do here. And Tech 2 air coming out from Funkoff. Meanwhile, we're seeing hoplites attacking the expansion up here, evening out that map control advantage. You can see right now it's about to be split across the middle. Squiggles still with a much better eco. Almost twice as much mass, and now he'll be going after the power of Funkoff. Kill the engineers producing it. But now forces from Squiggles, from Funkoff will be able to clean that up. Funkoff, did he power stall? No, he didn't lose too much power. Looks like Funkoff has a gun now. Yep, gunned ACU. Against a horde of Tech 1 spam, he'll need to kite that. But he does have a few hoplites to help him, as well as a Tech 2 engineer, which could be a building point defense. Looks like Squiggles will be trying to kill Funkoff in this position. Emergency Tech 1 point defense going up. It will be denied quite nicely by all the artillery in the air. Hoplites keeping him alive. Tech 2 gunships now moving into the position. Funkoff is now going down below half health. Cybran gunships very effective against Tech 1 spam. Looks like Squiggles will have to retreat. There's just too many hoplites and too many gunships. I wanted to get some Tech 2 land of his own. And there it is. Squiggles now getting gunned ACU with the Tech 2 land. Interesting position to get the gun in. The Squiggles with the drop will move into this bottom expansion. Lots of gunships actually coming out. Tech 2 point defense being denied. There needs to be a lot of more Tech 2 flag. Tech 2 flag kind of standing around, being defensive. Different engagements. Squiggles is trapped in that choke point. You never want to be trapped in a choke point. Squiggles will have to be forced to retreat. Gets his Tech 2 flak. Sure, these gunships can't do much. And Tech 2 flag will force the gunships to respect it. If the gunships just choosing not to respect it, they will die. So there were a lot of kills on those, and now a big nasty force of hoplites moving across. There are Tech 2 powers going up from Squiggles. Squiggles leading on the power by about 400. Squeals needs to move back to see if Seed's coming. He does not have any radar. His radar must have been destroyed. I had it over here. And now all of Squeal's units are about to die. He's losing all this power is a danger. What Squeals needs to make a priority is defending all this power. I guess the AC will manage could hold off this front. So all of his units need to come around and defend the power. Oh no. Watching this Squeal's power just slowly falling. He's mass stalling, so it doesn't matter too much. He's just losing all the power. He's losing hydro anymore, and he'll start stalling on power. That won't be good. Just not enough units. You have to force all these units, all the hoplites back. You can force the hoplites to respect them, but this is not enough to kill them. Single layer will die to vastly severe numbers of hoplites, and the power coming back. Squiggles losing significant amounts of power now. He's about to stall. Oh yes, there goes all the power. And he does not have enough to keep up anymore. All his power is around this air factory. We'll need to do some serious power spamming. To get back, he's losing all his Tech 2 mass ejectors. Squiggles' eco is now plummeting. Even though he managed to secure this expansion, he couldn't get the factory up. Oh, that must have been annoying. Now the hoplites will finally get cleaned up by wangers. They chose not to kite. They probably could have done more damage once we killed that Tech 2 max. At this point, Funkoff is working at 5 times the power, 4 times the mass. Looking at reclaim, Squiggles sitting at 17,000. Just 12,000, so an extra 5,000 reclaim, and not to mention Squiggles now has a ton of mass to work with. Squiggles now losing that map control advantage. Drops coming out from Funkoff have secured this bomb expansion. Just not enough units to deal with them. Tech 2 gunships are moving in. Renegades. Full name. Offense Squiggles has managed to destroy the build capacity around the Tech 2 land factory for Funkoff. It's not the victory he needs, but it's the victory. It's a victory. And Squiggles needs everyone he can get. He's in a very bad position. He's getting the Hydro up with 5 engineers. We've got to get that up as quickly as we can. Hydro is the most efficient other than the Tech 2, and it looks like the Tech 2 has been destroyed, so we can't go directly to that. Although that would have been nice, rather than getting very expensive Tech 1 spam. Tech 1 power spam, that is. In the least deadly battle, both field units couldn't shoot each other, but superior message from Funkoff, focus firing the units as they come in. This deadly force message continues to move across the map. Not much can stop them. We can stealth on Funkoff right now. And some points against Funkoff probably will be able to hold off this expansion, but hold on to the expansion. The Tech 2 hoplites will be able to retake that. I don't see how Squiggles can really come back from this position. Good gun commander. He does have a lot of reclaim, I'll get to that. That's his main advantage now, but he doesn't have any power. He's managed to build back most of it. He's got like a bazillion energies on the power spam. Actually, he's pulled his energies off the power spam. Content with the amount of power he has. And he's decided to put a lot of the capacity on the air, desperately trying to win it back. At this point, a Corsair Snipe would be a good option. Funkoff just being followed around by his pet mantis. I have a feeling a mantis wouldn't be a very good pet. Always wanting to shoot things, reclaim things. And the spam continues. Squeals has this area fairly locked down. He's still a bit behind on the air numbers. But importantly, Funkoff stopped producing air to get up Tech 2 power. So right now, Funkhoff is about to jump ahead, way ahead in the power. Looks like this will be able to be cleaned up quite nicely. 4 energies on power spam for Squiggles. And now Funkhoff has that Tech 2 power up, getting more. Got so much build capacity on his air factory. Squiggles trying to function at 1/3 mass. He's managed to reclaim a lot of it. Barely keeping even. 27,000 versus 17,000, so an extra 10,000 reclaim, but now TML coming out will hit the Tech 2 mass extractors that Squiggles needs. Squiggles will probably be forced down to 1/4 the economy of Funkhoff at this point. Stealth and TML. And now final pushing from Funkhoff has the possibility of going after Squiggles' economy. More Take 2 mass ejectors fall. Squiggles is still managing to hold his economy together, if only because of reclaim. See, in that short time since I changed it, he managed to get 3,000 reclaim. But that reclaim won't last forever. Continued TML. Destroy pretty much all the assets. Squiggles going ahead. Needs extra additional reclaim. We'll be trying to reclaim this with this commander. On control order. Funkhoff pretty much targeting anything that could be even considered marginally cost effective at this point, going after energy storages, Tech 1 power generators. Tech 1 power generators are cost effective to go after if you can get multiple of them. And now Squiggles has decided that he wants to go for the Corsair Snipe. The only Corsairs he can get. He currently has 3. Plus there's a horde of Tech 2 moving in. He's going to hide the Corsairs off in the corner. Air control. Funkhoff still has air control, a critical air battle, which Squiggles will lose. Funkhoff does the offensive GG, realizing that he's won. Let's see the Corsair production. Corsairs now moving out. One is left behind. No Corsair come back. And it's like we're just gonna go directly ahead. There's Tech 2 flak in this position. Nearly had me. Stationary and mobile. And they don't come on at a very effective path. They do take a ton of flak shots. Meanwhile, his commander is reasonably safe. Just flying around, trying to spot the commander. Yes. Oh, that's another thing. That's another story. What does Squiggles think? I'll protect you gunshots. This is the end. A single rogue wanger in the back. How is this still alive? It isn't. GG. Tech 1 bomber spam. Alright, that was an interesting game. Hope you enjoyed it. I did myself, so thank you for watching, and good night.